this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I love it that so many of you are coming over to watch my little videos. And this is our project today. Some of the eagle-eyed amongst you and those people who know me well will know that this isn't one of my designs of cards. There's a bit too much going on here for it to be one of mine. I tend to be much simpler and plainer. But I do love this card actually, and it was one of the make and takes that we made at the November, April, the April on stage event in Telford, which is a Stampin' Up corporate event where we're introduced to the new catalogue. And this was one of the projects which was made mostly using the Share What You Love suite. This is the picture of the project that we were given with our make and take packs. I could bring that up a bit further for you to see. And you can see that in mine I have slightly changed it up a little bit. I'm using a different greeting and a different shaped label to put the greeting on, but more or less all the backing and everything is the same. So I'm going to show you how I made it. I don't quite know how, but when I got home I found I had a complete new make and take pack in my bag for this make and take, so I thought I'd make it up with you so you could see. So this is how they come. They're all on the table. We all get a pack like this. So first of all, let's just open it. So everything is ready cut for us. There's no cutting needed or scoring. The card blank should be scored. All the bits and pieces we need are packaged for us. So just pop that away. And I've got my card blank here, which is the normal card size that I normally use, which is 21 by 10 by 15 centimeters, and then scored at 10.5. So that's the normal card blank that I use as well, in mint macaron, which was one of the returning colors. And then in my pack I've got piece of vellum, piece of designer series paper from the Share What You Love, and another little piece of the designer paper, designer series paper. You can see on here that while we were on stage, we actually did a little bit of stamping on the background here, and we used the Share What You Love stamp set. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but it's the set from that suite. I don't own that set yet. I haven't bought it yet, so I'm using some different stamp sets to get that effect. So I'm going to use mint macaron. So it's stamping on self-coloured stamping. This is one of my new stamp pads. It's fresh out. I haven't used it before. And I'm going to use from the Hold On to Hope set. I'm going to use this little flourish here, this little spray. And I'm also going to use, if it works, this little flourish, this little spray that is from the Varied Vases set. So it's this set, this one down here. And I thought they would just do the job. You can't really see very much of the stamping, but I just thought these would do the job. So I'm going to ink up. I'm not going to ink the whole stamp because I only need the top of it showing. So I'm just going to ink up and just place that there. It won't matter if it goes into the middle of the card because that's all going to be covered up. So I'll do one there, maybe one over there, and then come round. I'll leave a space there to do one of the ones from Varied Vases, one there, and maybe one down here. There we go. And it won't matter the mess I'm making in the middle here because that's all going to be covered up. We'll do one over here. And then I'm going to come in with the one from Varied Vases and just fill in the spaces there. So I'm going to do that one there. Oh, that looks all right. That's going to look fine, I think. Nothing like being forced to improvise because you haven't got the right stamp set. And it does look a real muddle in the middle here, as you see, but like I said, we're going to cover all that up, so it doesn't really matter. And then maybe one more down here and one more over here. There we go. So if you're ever trying to do a card and you're stuck because you haven't got the stamp set, always have a look and see what else you can use, because I knew I would have things in my stash that I could use instead. Right, this stamp pad is very stiff because it's new. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is mount a panel of vellum, and you can see that very little of my stamping is going to show behind the vellum, so all of that mess in the middle will be covered up and there's only little tiny bits going to be showing. And I'm going to use, to stick my vellum down, because it's going to be covered, I don't need to worry about the adhesive showing through, I'm going to use a little bit of fast fuse, mainly because I've got so much, I know it's not in the catalogue anymore, but I've got so much fast fuse left over that I really have to use it up. Because I bought it when we had a special offer, thinking that it would be in the catalogue forever, and of course they've now taken it out. So so that's where my vellum is going to go, slightly wonky, and I'm then going to put on my panel of designer series paper, again using fast fuse, and again, oh yeah, and even though it's not in the catalogue anymore, I still haven't got the hang of fast fuse particularly well. And that's going to go on, and that's going to go sort of straight. So the vellum is on the H, as we would say in Norfolk, and the panel is going on straight. And then before I put anything else on, we're actually going to mount one of our new pearlized doilies on there. So the pearlized doily, and because it's difficult to put fast fuse on the back there, I'm going to put a bit on the card here to hold the doily down, and that will just hold that in place like so. There we go. Then I've got strip of designer series, another strip of the designer series paper, still the Share What You Love suite. This is one of the pearlized ones. Can you see that reflecting? This is a really pretty one. So again, a bit of fast fuse on the back here. You can see how quick this card is to make once you've got all the pieces cut out. And then a little piece of ribbon. This is our velvet, rich raspberry velvet ribbon. Is going on there, and again I'm going to put a bit of fast fuse in the middle here. It'll work to stick the ribbon, and it doesn't matter that the ends aren't going to be down, because I'm going to cover that up with the greeting. And I need, now this was the panel that they gave us for the greeting, but actually I don't know that that's going to be big enough, because I cut mine out with the Pretty Label punch, and I don't think that's going to be big enough, so I'm just going to get another piece of Whisper White. There we go. And I'm going to use this greeting from Flourishing Phrases, which says thank you so very much, because I never seem to have enough thank you cards in my stash, so I thought for a while I might just concentrate on making thank you cards. So this is Rich Raspberry ink. Again, an old stamp pad, because I don't have the new ones yet in Rich Raspberry. And I think what I'll do is I'll stamp that there. Lovely. A bit wonky, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to punch it out so I can put it straight in the punch. So just always use your punches from the bottom to see what you're doing. There we go. Lovely. And then I just need a couple of dimensionals to mount that on there. Isn't that a quick and easy project? I think it's lovely. It does make some of my projects look a bit complicated, although I do try to keep them simple. But this really is very simple and quick to put together. And really pretty, I think, and it all, because we've got all the complementing products, it just goes together so easily, because all the colours coordinate and all the papers. There, okay. Take the backing off. Am I on camera? Sorry. Oops. There we go. There we go. So hope you've enjoyed that little project today. All the details of measurements and things will be on my blog, both in metric and in imperial. The link to my blog will be down below in the comments box. And that's my finished card. If you still haven't got a new catalogue and you'd like one, please let me know, and I'd happily send one in the post to you if you're in the UK. If you want to order anything, the links will be there to my online shop if you'd like to recreate this card for yourself. But meanwhile, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.